enter my realm.
We're at EB Games in West Hollywood for the release of the Burning Crusade.
Waiting for the World of Warcraft expansion to come out.
You guys play together?
No, we play different servers. He's for an alliance.
Oh, that's like separate bedrooms.
Wait till she levels up.
We knew what a management would be, but honestly didn't think it would be this big of a line.
There's a bunch of noobs here, I can see him. You know, I'm looking forward to the new Alliance race.
New levels, new weapons, flying mounts, new professions, new races.
I'm looking for World PvP because I hate Horde, so I kill Horde when I see Horde.
Lord!
I think I'm looking forward to my little pet that I'm going to get when I get the collector's edition.
One of the pets.
If someone doesn't play WoW, what do you say to convince them?
I really didn't have to say much. I got him in WoW. I got like 7 of my friends in WoW. My ex-girlfriend, I got ex-girlfriend. Emphasis on the ex.
I wouldn't talk to them if they don't play WoW.
Feels great.
So who's harder, the Night Elves or the Blood Elves?
Oh, the Blood Elves.
Lettuce.
Night Elves. Night Elves.
I would say that the Night Elves are probably 17.334% hotter than the Blood Elves, repeating, of course.
My main is a Tauren Shaman. His name's Thangor. That's what I'm talking about. He's an elemental, so he's really into doing a lot of damage for as much as he can. I have an Orc Hunter, I have a Troll Rogue, and I have an Undead Mage, so I like doing a lot of damage.
So I got tomorrow off of work, and I got today off of work to level all day, and tomorrow off of work. So.
Alright. Welcome back to the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Got some big announcements to share with you today. Hope everyone had a great weekend. We got in house so far. What's up, Menethil, H-Bar, Watsky, Makrel? Yo, good to see you, Makrel. Why will this maintenance take too long? Oh, right. I heard about that. Classic has like an 8-hour maintenance. It's not pre-patch, is it? Pre-patch tomorrow? I doubt it. That would be insane to me. Pre-patch is tomorrow. But yo, basically the plan, guys, we're just gonna chill. We're gonna kick it. I'm gonna make a Blood Elf, and we're gonna smell a couple roses. You know, run around the Blood Elf starting zone. Just talk like plans. Just a chill stream, discussion stream. Haven't done one of these in a while. So let's roll a pally like everybody else. And our first challenge of the day is making a male Blood Elf Paladin look cool. I'm only half joking though. They do look kind of cool. They've grown on me. But let's try to make them as cool as possible. All right, hairstyle. Definitely not that. Definitely not that. Definitely not that. 100% not that. 100% not that. Okay. Decent. Probably this or that. No. Alright, I think we found it. This one. And we go... kind of like that, man. Kind of like the bright, like the darker red hair. You know, Seal of Blood, Pally. I like it. Definitely getting rid of this little goatee thing, though. Okay, face. I mean, they all look pretty much the same, right? Kargoz. Nah, you know what? I'm gonna name this after my my high school roommate Jose, who his character back in the day was named Luminix. Played with him and my my buddy Michi and Jim. We were all playing together back then, raiding and shit. Let's name it after him. We don't really have too many plans for this dude. Let's get in there. Yo, what's going on, Sec? Great to see you, man. Great to see you, Apache D, man. Haven't seen you in a minute. How we doing, bro? Black shirts is the new guild. Yeah, we'll talk about it. Turns out that the black shirts is a fascist, like, that's what they called,
For nearly 7
you know what? I want to watch this.
years, the High Elves cultivated a shining
Let's get in the
magical
mood, man.
kingdom, hidden deep within the forests of northern Lordaeron. But 5 years ago, the undead scourge invaded Quel'Thalas and drove the elves to the brink of extinction. Led by the evil Death Knight Arthas, the scourge destroyed the mystical Sunwell, thereby severing the elves from the source of their arcane power.
Anybody happen to know about the lore? How come everything looks so pretty and then there's this,
elves have banded together and
that's Brutalis, right?
rebuilt much
Or
of their homeland.
I don't know, man. Either way, I do really like their architecture.
Blood elves.
The
These
music,
grim
the zone.
survivors are committed to regaining
It's amazing.
the vast powers they once commanded. Inspired by the leadership of their beloved prince.
Yo, Slaughter, dude, thank you so much for the tier 2, bro, already. Oxy as well, guys. I'm not doing much. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you holding it down for me, man. I haven't been streaming as much as I used to.
As one of the few surviving blood elves, you must
Few surviving
restore
blood elves, so they all get wiped out or something?
and help shape the destiny of your people.
I'll tell you what, like, I'm not the biggest lore guy, you know? Like, I don't know that much about the lore, but I do feel like I appreciate good art, you know? And just the aesthetic and how it all comes together. And they really did it with the Blood Elf Zone, right? Let's throw on that music. So also, I really don't know what I'm doing here. I don't really play Blood Elves. I think they look kind of cool. I have no add-ons or anything. So it's going to be pretty scuffed. Tactics will be cringing if he watches this. But we're not here to really like level it an insane speed or anything. We're just going to be talking. Is that too loud or how's that sound, guys? Man, your stream is good. Thanks, bro. What up, Johnny? Mad Mart again? Thank you so much for the Prime, guys, already. You'll love to see it. Are you thinking Affliction or Demonology would be the best for leveling a new Warlock on TBC? I'd level just standard Drain Tank spec, Succubus. Nothing new. God. That's a great OST, isn't it? Holy shit. Very nostalgic. I'd just go regular Affliction up to 60 or no 51, and then I'd go Felguard for the rest of the way. To each their own, though. You know, it really depends if you're playing on a PvP server or a PvE server. If you have to defend yourself, like if you're playing on a PvP server, I'd pretty much want to just like level Soul Link the whole way, just because this. Man, take a look at these. These guys are kind of freaking sweet, man. That's like a glaive he's holding, right? Not even a sword. Music down 1 to 2 notches. Gotcha, brother. Appreciate it. Let's throw it down. I was thinking about maybe doing it hardcore or something. I haven't, wow, they even spin? Yeah, I mean, of course I knew they spun, but actually being the one spinning, it hits
Glory
different.
to the Sindorai, Shorel Oran.
We could do this guy hardcore. Fuck it. Want to do it hardcore? Let's do it hardcore. Yeah, this is literally the name of my high school. I went to boarding school for high school. And one of my, well, you know, he was a groomsman at my wedding, one of my best friends in the world. Luminix, this was his paladin's name. Okay, is this the only quest I can get? Right now, probably. We do have the Arcane Torrent. Let's put that... I should put racial abilities on F too. Why not? Consistency. Mana tap on... Yeah, sure. Why not? Jose the Angolan buddy? How the hell do you know that, bro? That's insane. Yeah. Maybe you just remember me saying that in the past. Yeah, absolutely. Yep, half from Angola, half from Portugal. Interesting, dude. I was kind of like an international school, high school that I went to. And, you know, even though Wrath isn't my favorite expansion, all things considered, I say a lot on stream that the most fun I ever had in WoW was during Wrath, just because it was the people, right? I was just raiding with my buddies. We're all roommates. We were there right as the game came out. We started playing together, like, towards the tail end of TBC. Because I think TBC came out for me when I was, like, a freshman or sophomore in high school. I kind of forgot. But then I played it for a couple years at my regular high school, and then I went to boarding school. And then linked up with them and played the tail end of TBC with them and Wrath. It was funny, though, bro. I still remember my buddy Jose. When I first saw him in the student center at my new school, right? Dude was sitting in a chair. He has like tight cornrows. He looks like a Chad though. I mean, he has like a Gucci belt on. He has like skinny like Emporio Armani jeans, and he kind of looked like one of those like cool kids, like too popular kids, too cool for school type. You know, like you don't really want to. I kind of got like those vibes. Like I didn't really want to talk to him. I thought he was just like one of those types, you know. And that was my initial impression. And then one day, I'm in the student center, right? And I'm playing ping pong or something because I love ping pong. I love all racket sports. And I see him there, and he's kind of like a loner, which is surprising to me. Because, you know, he looks like a very, like, you know, handsome dude, and, like, he's got it together and everything, right? I see him kind of in the corner, and I'm walking by him, and I was very, like, extroverted in high school. And I kind of catch out of the corner of my eye that he's reading Naruto manga on his, like, iPhone. And that was the first time I was like, yo, something's different about this dude. What? He's not, like, you know, just that standard play. The dude's reading Naruto on his phone by himself, you know? It was history from there, man. I hit him up. We got him into WoW. We were all playing WoW together. I remember, like, he had this sick, like, basically, like, a penthouse down on John Street in New York. Any of my New Yorkers know where that's at. It's, like, kind of by Financial District. Right, super nice penthouse. His, you know, parents traveling a lot. No one really ever uses it. Dude could be doing anything he wanted in there. Throwing massive ragers. He, you know, basically has infinity and money. Infinity Time has this amazing place. You know what he did, man? It cracked me up, bro. What he did is he would just order Domino's. I would go over to his house, right? I would see Domino's boxes stacked like super high, and he's just straight DJ mode playing WoW all day. It was so funny, man. So funny. We'd go over to his... I'm going on a tangent. I don't know if this is interesting at all, but those are good times too. We'd go over there. We'd be over at his house. Just the boys. Like, had this huge penthouse to ourselves. We're chilling, playing games. And then in New York, they have Korean barbecue in K-Town, but it's 24 hours a day. It doesn't shut down. Like, there's always like a place you can go in New York, right? So it'd be like 1, 2 a.m. You know, we've just been gaming for like 12 hours or something more, probably. I mean, how long when you're gaming with the boys, man? Just the time goes by, right? And we just like 2 a.m. take a taxi over to K-Town and get Korean barbecue, get some beers and stuff. Oh, man, good times. New York Bog. Most people playing WoW got a penthouse, James? Yeah, right? Hey, you'd be surprised. I've actually met some baller people who play this game. Some very, very successful human beings. Gaming with the boys, best time of my life. Yeah. No, it's good times. I mean, you could probably every single one of us can relate with it, right? In that sense, it doesn't necessarily have to be Korean barbecue at 2 a.m. But has anybody had long gaming sessions with the boys, right? And then you all just like drive to a diner or something. Like you gamed so hard that it's now the next morning, and then you meet up to like, you know, get like pancakes or like corned beef hash and stuff at the diner. And, you know, just break bread, talk about the games.
Have a good stream. CYA game.
Those are always
Technical apples.
super fun times. Yo, Shining Finger with the tier 2, bro. Thank you, man. Bunny with the 5. Heading back to work. Have a good stream. See you later, Bunny. Thank you so much for all the continued support over the years at this point. It's great to see you. You playing a private server? Nah, this is the beta, bro.
We will have justice.
This is the beta.
The reckoning is at hand.
But yeah, I also remember like when StarCraft 2 came out, that was another one when we were just totally degenning out. New York, I mean, I miss the 24-hour diners in New York, man. There's a lot of merits to living in California as well. It's you know, grass is always greener. That is one thing. I've talked about it on stream a lot. Just they have these diners that they're like the heart of they're like a vital organ of the community, you know, of these towns. Every town had a diner or two. You'd be like, oh, Mamaroneck Diner, New Rochelle Diner, Scarsdale Diner, Mamaroneck Diner. Every town had like a diner. They're all 24 hours. They almost were like a chain, but they weren't. They weren't the chain, but like you knew what to expect when you go into a New York diner.
The dark times will pass.
Good times too. I remember just degenning out, playing StarCraft 2, grinding ladder.
Keep your wits about you.
Then just linking up 4 in the morning, going to get coffee, corned beef hash, eggs. The best of times for sure. Is pre-patch tomorrow for Classic? No idea, man. I don't think so. People are speculating that, but I doubt it, bro. Has the guild announcement happened yet? No, not yet. We're gonna get into it in a second. In fact, we can do it now. There's a good amount of people here as well, so we'll get into it. Tell us your favorite WoW moment. Absolutely can do, brother. Nothing better than a New York bacon, egg, and cheese. No, for sure. Salt, pepper, ketchup, right? Absolutely. I remember I have so many stories. I remember, so I lived like internationally for my childhood, for like the earlier parts of my childhood, up until basically 9/11. We moved to New York, like right as 9/11 happened, pretty much. But I didn't have much independence, you know, like growing up internationally. I would be going to international school, living that kind of like expat life. So you'd be living in like these compounds, or it would be, you know, I spent a lot of my childhood on planes and stuff. So it's like, when I came to New York, my parents moved to a town that was really close to the elementary school, right? So it was like, what is it? I think I moved here 5th grade. So I was able to walk to school. You know, I had like a little like pocket money they give you and stuff too. And I just remember I'd coming back from school. Even in elementary school, you kind of had like a little bit of an independent spark to you. Like you were still kind of a human being in elementary school, you know? After elementary school was over, we'd go to like Manor Deli, which was like this deli / diner. You know, get like bacon, egg, and cheese, salt, pepper, ketchup. Like I'd order fries or whatever. Some of those like the black and white New York cookies and stuff. That was like the first. That was like the first glimmer of like, you know, my current like identity started back then. Yeah, those are great though. Anyway, I thought you were bald under the hat. I mean, I kind of am, right? But you know, I still have hair for sure. Just self-inflicted baldness. Oh, I need to turn on auto loot, bro. Auto loot. Okay, let's talk about the guild stuff, man. Enough about random stuff. Yo, so pretty much, welcome back, everybody. You know how we've been saying we were going blood sale for the past weeks and months and months and months and months, right? Well, we still are. But Crix and Abide, they love raiding. They are PvEers. They take pride in their PvE play. They love raiding. It's actually what does it for them the most in this game. And they, you know, if you're gonna do something, you might as well just do it to the best of your ability, right? Why settle for less? So they're going, doing their own thing pretty much. They're going to Herod, and they're taking about half the guild that we recruited with them to Herod, and they're gonna be pushing world first everything, doing their thing, you know. And it is for the best if you think about it. Like I don't think you can do a world first type guild on Bloodcell. Like it's just the recruitment is just such a big obstacle. It's already tough to recruit, let alone recruit rank 1 raiders that are willing to come to Bloodcell. So they're, you know, taking the you know, the hype guild and all that over there. And yeah, you know, it's no hard feelings, you know. Of course, it's only natural to feel a bit of frustration because, you know, we planned out the dungeon cleave, we had plans, playing together, all this, but it is what it is. Like I've always said on stream, bro, it's par for the course. Shit always goes wonky with guilds, man. Don't get your hopes too high, ever. But, we're staying on Bloodsail. we're forming a new guild, but it's, you know, like pretty much half the guild split off to go to Herod, and then we still got about half a roster right now on Bloodsail. And I want to explain to you guys like the vision for the guild, which is still very much malleable. We had a guild meeting yesterday just to talk about it. In a second here. I think it's better for you. Yeah, I think so too, man. I mean, I'm not a rank 1 raider type. I enjoy raiding, but like I've said it for, this is nothing new, right? I've said this for literally years. Like I'm not like a fantastic raider. Like I burn out of it. And you know, if he's trying to pump and be the very best, you know, it makes sense. Anyway, we don't need to dwell on that. But here's the vision for the guild on Bloodsail as it stands right now. Yeah, so no, Bloodsail is a PvE server. Yeah, it's actually an RP PvE server. I know. But here's the vision for the guild as it stands right now. The initial idea of the guild was going to be called the Black Shirts, okay? And I had this vision for it. Like, I've been an entrepreneur pretty much my whole life too, you know, and you know, it's mainly like a bad thing, but I had this like vision, like it was like a light bulb moment, like, man, this could really work. Imagine black on black tabards, you know, recognizable from a mile away. Everybody can see it, recognize it. It just looks like a blacked out shirt, like a jersey, something that you're wearing, right? On the Black Shirts, you know, and instead of going for like a huge guild, because that's what we've always done time and time again, where you just have like 100 socials, 5 raid teams. For Invictus, we had Black Mamba, Grey Mamba, Green Mamba, King Fall, King Snake. What else? Somebody from Invictus might know. We had so many raids. Instead of going that route, going quality over quantity and making it kind of tight-knit, you know? And yeah, like maybe no socials or very few socials, man. I'd like to see what that looks like, or when you're not on that side of it, because there, you know, we could sit here for hours and hours talking about what usually happens, but when you get these huge guilds, people turn off guild chat. They sign out, they tap out, they don't care about guild chat. They don't know half the people in the guild. They kind of resent guild chat. It'd be sweet if that didn't happen, you know? It would also be sweet to build something that doesn't like implode in a month, you know? Something that will actually like legitimately stick around, right? And it's gonna, you know, I think most of us are kind of at that 7 out of 10 sweat level, you know? Where, like, I mean, how do you guys define casual and stuff too, you know? Like, that's another conversation. But to me, casual is really just how much time you're going to spend raiding, or like how many hours. It doesn't even speak to the skill level of the player, right? We're not going casual. We're going to go for that, like, kind of semi-hardcore, whatever that means to you guys. But it's going to be the type of thing, phase 1, we're just going to raid once a week. Once a week for phase 1, man. It's just, it's Kara, Mags, Gruels. We'll start with Gruels and Mags, split off into couple Kara groups afterwards. It's not rocket science, boys. I don't know if we're going to be doing splits or all that, but we'll clear the content, you know. And then moving into, you know, tier 5 and beyond, where stuff gets to get a bit spicier and a bit more difficult and all that. We're definitely going to be lacking in leadership for that. We have people who have cleared the content. One of our tanks right now, Rafflington, has, you know, cleared all the content on P servers, played with Cricks and all them before. You know, our leadership's definitely lacking on the T5 and beyond. Tier 4, no sweat. And, but yeah, like back to like the original, yo, Ashley, thank you for the tier 1. Great to see you as well. Thank you so much, Ashley. Good to see you. Chicken Basket, good to see you as well, brother. Good to hear that you're staying on Bloodsail with us, man. But yeah, man, the black shirts, guys, that was the original name, but we can't do it because apparently, like, you know, it was a Mussolini, that's what they called Mussolini soldiers back in World War II. They called them the black shirts. So I want to do a straw poll with you guys. I really want to get your feedback on what name you think sounds cooler. I think a play on having that black on black tabard that's very like recognizable and sought after, and something that you would almost has like a degree of exclusivity to it, which is might sound a little cringe. Maybe it is. Fuck it, you only live once. Having a name that's a play on that seems kind of cool. So here's just some of the options that we came up with so far. And I want to get you guys to vote on this straw poll. Still 1 second, stand by. And we're gonna have to do another straw poll at some point. It's very close at the moment. But just want to get some feedback. You know, some of them were like black rags. I thought that was kind of cool because a tabard could be considered a like kind of like a rag. Or black jackets, black coats, black guard, Grays came up with. I think that's the leading one right now. Something short and sweet that it's a serious name, you know. Some people might cringe at the thought, but at the same time, it's okay to not have like a meme name. You know, you take yourself seriously, like, you know, build a guild we can be proud of, you know. So vote on that if you get a second. Really trying to think about what we're going for, and because we're playing on Bloodsail, it's a PvE RP server. We're the underdogs, right? People don't expect much from RP server players and stuff. Like there's a prejudice there. I say that lightly. I don't really ever use that word, but you know, people hear Bloodsail and they laugh, they chuckle under their breath, right? So how about we actually run a tight circle and we pump, dude. We don't have to literally go 10 out of 10, but let's perform. You know, the type of thing where we're respected for PvE, what we can do. We get in there, we don't waste time. You know, we're not disrespecting each other. We get in there, we clear content. But in PvP, I'll tell you what, you know, we're going hard on PvP. I'm going to do my very best to get Gladiator Season 1 and beyond. That's what I'm most interested in. We're positioned to get that right now in 2s and 3s. The season ends on Wednesday. It'd be cool to be feared in PvP, like our pre-mades, if you know, our gladiators in the arena. That would give us a little sex appeal, a little punch, you know, a little backbone to us, right? And people see the black on black tabards from a mile away, and they know, right? And they know, just to create that. I don't know if that makes sense. Yo, Filthy, thank you for the tier 1, bro. 8 months, man. Thank you so much, bro. It's great to see. I recognize the name, of course. Why RP PvE instead of PvE server? I mean, here's the thing, man. We played there for the past year for the hardcore community. It's not toxic. It's low pop. You're a big fish in a small pond. We've had no issues there. The thing is, too, on a PvE server, you can actually run community events like hardcore cups, right? You saw how much fun those were. We can do those in TBC. We can run other stuff like maybe more custom PvP type events. You really actually can't pull that. It's much harder to pull that stuff off on a PvP server, right? So even like on the beta or when big streamers, you know, try to coordinate all these high-profile events, they kind of have to do it on a PvE server because it's so easy to grief. So there's that. Also, and I'm putting on my marketing hat here, right? But if you're Horde on Bloodsail, we're outnumbered like, oh my god, yo, Stino with the raid, bro. Thank you so much, man. Hi, Warlord Stino, aka PGTV, Poongoon Television, one of my favorite creators for on the better half of a decade. How insane is that? We're still playing this game, Stino, man. I remember watching you do these TBC dungeons everyone's hype about 5+ years ago on whatever server that was. That server where they're fudging the numbers. Remember you did a /who and you could never tell how many people were online? Forgot the name of that one. Thank you so much for the raid, bro. Small shot. We might be playing Vistino too in TBC. We'll see what happens. No pressure. But he's working on his hardcore challenge duo right now. He's thinking about it. Was it Warmain? You like to participate in the guild? Okay, yeah. I'll throw the application in a second. I'll throw the application in there in a second. Blackguard is also appropriate for an RP server. I think so, yeah. And Blackguard, it kind of is almost like has a play on pirates. You know, I get like a pirate imagery when you hear Blackguard, Black Shirts, Black Flag was another one, right too. But yeah, man, we're gonna run a tight knit crew, and hopefully actually develop that sense of loyalty and camaraderie. The people that like literally everybody always wants. Whether or not people achieve it or not is another thing. But quality over quantity. Imagine. We have some good people in there. A lot of people that, I mean, if you're willing to play on Bloodsail, it already probably says something about you as well, right? You're willing to like. You're not supposed to want to play on Bloodsail. I don't know why, but every time people bring it up in chats, people just like, you know, they tease you or they say, "Oh, why are you gonna play there, bro? PvE server, lol, you're gonna be in Goldshire RPing." It's a good server, man. There's nothing wrong with it. You can still PvP, you can still do arenas, you can still BG, you can still raid, you can do anything you want to do. Not really low pop anymore. So many people on BB now. Yeah. Yeah, and there's also a brother or sister guild. So there's another hardcore guild, multi-lifer guild forming. That is a bit more casual, I think. That's just how it was expressed to me. Cheesy hit me up about it yesterday. It's called Booty Bay Police Department, and they're having fun with it, man. Like, it's the RP name. They're doing their thing. They have about 50 strong, more than us right now. We have about 20, I'd say, that are serious So they'll be on the server too. So that'll be cool, man. That'll be really cool. Just more people playing on Horde, more life. I'll tell you what, too. Grace for Days. Any Grace for Days fans here? Tactics Law, Tommy Salami, Chicken Basket. You know these names, right? They're going to be in the guild with us, guys. It's like kind of the dream. And I think it would be cool to be the underdogs and then see how far we can get as underdogs, right? Like, what if for some reason we do really well and we encourage the parsing, we encourage the performance, we go into care, we don't waste time. I don't think it's like no one's really gonna flinch at the idea of requiring, you know, food buff, flask, oil and stuff. It's pretty cheap in TBC, you know? But I wish I could play there, but I'm EU. Gotcha. Let me throw the app in here. It currently says Black Shirts. We're changing the name. Don't worry, we're not a bunch of fascists. Trust me. But we'll switch it. So it'll be, you know, black guard, black shirt, black what was it? Black coats, black jackets, something like that. And then, can you visualize it, guys? The idea of a black on black tabard, recognizable. You know, you could see it off in the distance, right? You see a couple Zug-Zugs undead and orcs jumping around. And they all have black jerseys on, pretty much, right? It creates that uniform, kind of streamlined appearance, right? And I'll tell you what, I'm a sucker for art assets. With the hardcore stuff, you've seen me, you know, try to get a bunch of art assets made. We're gonna do the same thing with the guild. We're gonna try to get brand dung on it, all the best designers we can, and make a badass logo. A badass logo that everybody is just like, that wants to wear on their chest, right? We'll do all of it. Website, logo. But yeah, we still need some, we're still recruiting. Let me link this image too. You can kind of see what we have, what we don't have. Let me see. I don't know if this image is gonna work if you click it. Maybe not. But yeah, there's some open spots right now. People may fall out, maybe people might fall in, but I would say no matter what class you are, I'd encourage you to apply if it sounds interesting to you, even if it looks like we have a certain amount of class, because gonna need all the help we can get. What? No hunters? I know. What will be the minimum requirements to join your guild? The minimum requirements to join the guild, well, I mean, you're gonna have to make raid times, obviously. Moving past that, though, right? We want people that are down to, like, you know, you're not gonna shy away from saying, oh, I play on an RPPV server. You'll lean into it, and you're gonna be a good player, you're gonna be a solid player. You'd consider yourself highly proficient in your class. One thing, though, tell me if this is cringe. Be honest with me, chat. If it's cringe, let me have it. But it would be cool, especially because we're playing on a PvE server, to have a reputation for being a solid PvPers, you know, like on some 300 shit, like one black shirt or black, whatever you want to call them, black guard, you know, is worth like 3 souls of regular random guilds in the BG, right? Like anybody, you drop a dual flag, we'll take that every time, even if it's unfavored, you know, we'll do as much damage as we can before it's over. And you just, you know, I think just it would be kind of cool to have that reputation, especially because we're playing PvE, right? We're playing like on a RP server, but imagine people are actually scared of our pre-mades and stuff, you know? Do you think a part of what you love most about the classic experience is the indie aspect of how private servers are? A part of it. I think private servers are a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed them, and in my own selfish world, I wish Blizzard would kind of embrace them and roll with them, find a way to make it work. Cyclical WoW, the idea of cyclical WoW that restarts and there's new fresh and it resets RMT, it resets botting, it creates that new sensation, you can feel it in the air, like that is all very cool, right? And it's cool, like comparing servers. Oh, on Warmane they did it like this, oh on Endless they did it like this, and you kind of just have that conversation, right? You have that history, that narrative, right? And it's fun. I also like the idea with private servers how it's like decentralized, you know? It kind of, the players, it's not 100% just Blizzard's call on everything. I mean, it kind of is. It's their game. I get it, right? So I have a bit of cognitive dissonance. It's their game. They have the right to sue anybody they want to sue or whatever. But just the idea that the players, if they really wanted to, could go private. You know, you could spin up a little Mango server here or there, like no matter what happens to the game. You know, I've never seen a game like that that even had that kind of like decentralized aspect to it. You an arms warrior still? Yo, Lokov, good to see you, bro. Probably, man. We probably need everything. We probably need everything at the moment. Oh. Next out of the YouTube chat. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, sick. Yeah, so we haven't figured out loot council or whatever, or what exact system we're going to use yet. But one thing, this is always one thing that bothered me in past guilds, is everybody needs to feel like it's a fair system, whatever it is, right? People just want a fair shake. When people feel like they're being treated unfairly, they feel like they're being disrespected. And if you feel like you're being disrespected, then you feel like you're just taking disrespect to the face. Like, you should just try to create a system that is fair. So no matter who gets what loot, like even if, no matter who gets what loot or whatever, people know, oh, at least it was fair. Okay, like unlucky or whatever. So that's what we'll strive for on that side. Loot council and officer channel. Yeah, I mean, I'm not fully ruling out loot council. I don't personally like it. I swear to God, I've said that for years. But if, like, it's the type of thing that if a lot of people wanted it and a lot of people feel like that's the path of least resistance, I'm down, you know. But there's measures you can take with the loot council. Or what if you just opened up comms in the loot council? Like, you have to discuss everything publicly. There's nothing behind closed doors. Every conversation is out in the open, full transparency, right? That'd be one thing. That'd be kind of cool, right? Or what if there was some system to vote somebody off the loot council as a checks and balances if like people were doing weird stuff, right? We'll figure it out, but remember to play Roguelock with my rogue friend. I just wanted to say that I really appreciated your video where you analyzed some Roguelock games. Good info. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, that's good. Thanks for that feedback. Man, I don't know what I'm doing. Do I have some quests to turn in? Mana tap creature. Okay, let's go turn these quests in. Loot council isn't as bad in TBC with the smaller raids. Yeah, there's a bit there to chew on. Loot council in TBC is probably less Monka-esque, also because there's more gear. There's just more items. There's more of an ability to take your own gearing into your own hands, right? You can grind heroics, you can get epic gear that way. There's a ton of BOE epics you can buy off the auction house. You can go farm gold yourself and get epic stuff crafted. Oftentimes half your gear is crafted, right? Warlocks, you're wearing, at least in the early days, like 7 pieces of crafted gear, right? You have double spell strike. You might be wearing 3-piece shadow weave in the very, very early days, right? Before you get any tier pieces. Bracers of havoc.
Our enemies will fall.
It's not maybe it's not so bad to go out,
We will
but
have justice.
yeah, you see what I'm getting at. The problem with loot hordes is that people tend to take their side or say nothing. Is it too late to make a Paladin Classic with no gold and prep for TBC? No, it's not too late, man. One thing I'm realizing more, this happened with me with Classic as well. I was pretty much thinking you needed a million, bazillion, trillion, zillion, gazillion gold to be successful in all this prep. And I was kind of feeling the same way about Classic, you know, but the more and more you learn about it, you don't really need all that stuff, to be honest. Yeah, right? So, like, if you had 1,000 gold...
Anaria Shola.
I'm trying to think of a number. Like, basically, you don't have to buy your epic mount immediately. Like, you can do that as your last expense. Like, you never have to get an epic mount. You just never get an epic mount if you don't want. Whatever. It's 5k gold. You just never have to spend that if you don't want. You know, I still don't... I honestly, my Warlock right now on Endless... Full Merciless gear, 5 out of 5, literally completely decked in that badass red gear. I'm like very powerful, like in PvP, right? Like 450 plus Brazil, all this, right? I'm riding on the slow mount. It doesn't matter. You know, you don't have to buy that. Also, you know, I mean, yeah, the tailoring stuff is super good, but I'm also not tailoring on my Warlock right now because I dropped it for enchanting and NG because I wanted the belt and I wanted the ring enchants. So you can still wear the Spell Strike, you don't get the bonus. Yeah, you don't wear the Frozen Shadowy boots, I get it. But you can just wear the PvP ones or something, like you lose like 15 spell power and a little bit of this and that, but it's not the end of the world, you know?
What business have you? Hold your head high.
I'm a main tank in my guild, so I wouldn't be able to commit to the new guild. We have another guild apart from the main PvE one to be part of the community. So I haven't talked to them about it, but they might be on board. So this Booty Bay Police Department, which is like another hardcore guild, a lot of people. Nebulous, I think, is the raid leader, GM in it. Cheesy Goodness is in there. They're going for a more casual approach, I think. So they might welcome everybody with open arms. But at least for now in this guild, we're going to try to keep it kind of tight-knit just to see what it looks like. Because I've never been in a guild that's like that. They always kind of just devolve and devalue, and hundreds and hundreds of people join in, and then there's crazies that eventually get in. And I look at some of the top guilds, right? Love them or hate them. There's guilds like Progress. There's guilds like Apes. There's guilds like Onslaught. I don't know exactly how they do things, but I feel like they keep it pretty tight. And these are guilds that are still around, you know? These are guilds that have made it, and they've gone the distance, and you can say what you want about them, but they're performing at a high level. They're still together. Well, I guess Onslaught is ripped, but the Onslaught story isn't bad. Like, they accomplished a whole lot, you know, and like they were like a super well respected NA guild, and you know, like everything comes to an end. So. Yeah. Yo, Seb says, thank you for the tier 1, bro. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, man. Guilds like that have no weak players, so any group that can fill is crazy good. I'm helping running a pug raid on BSB server because we didn't know what was going on with hype. Yo, Nebulous in the house. What's good, bro? It's good to see you. Yeah, we were just talking about the Booty Bay PD, man. I'm excited, Nebulous. I really am. So, like, I don't know if you missed it, bro, but pretty much Crix and Abai, they're going their own way. They're going to Herod. They're taking a bunch of the recruits over there. Wish them all the best. They're going for world first everything. And they should, bro. They love this. They love it. Why not? Go for it. So everything's good between us. You know, Crix and I didn't have a falling out or anything. Of course, I'm going to feel a little frustrated. He'll feel, you know, there's... That element was there, but they're moving on to Herod. We're reforming on Bloodsail. Catching up on the news, hell yeah, man. Oh, it's good. It's amazing that you're playing on Bloodsail as well, because then that's another active guild on the Horde on Bloodsail. The auction house is going to be more poppin'. There's going to be more of just a spark, you know? But, guys, we can make Bloodsail a cool-ass server to play on and, like, kind of do our own thing, right? Do our own thing. Like, we don't have to follow the stream necessarily. You know, we can go upstream a little bit and take this server and make it awesome. It already is awesome. You see what I'm saying? We're doubling down on Bloodsail. Did they invite you to Herod? Yeah, they invited us to Herod. Yeah, I mean, Crix was like, he was saying, yo, I don't think it's a good idea to go Bloodsail. He made his case. I made my case. I feel like I made good points. Ooh, small black pouch. Where's Grays when you need him? He likes the red one, doesn't he? Yo, small black pouch. It's a good omen for the Black Guild, man. Hell yeah. But the recruitment is just brutal. Recruiting people to Bloodsail is just the main issue we couldn't get around. You can go back and forth about PvE versus PvP and RP, but they just couldn't find the people they need at the standard they need on Bloodsail. So. Gonna play on the same realm as Scotty J? I don't know where Scotty J's playing. Is he playing NA, man? I assume he's playing EU, but you know, that's another thing I like about Scotty J. He like does his own thing. You know, he has his own like kind of squad. They do content together. They do their own podcasts. Him, Meta, Fake Cutie, Mincy. I respect that so massively, man, because it's so easy to just like, you know, it's so easy to just like follow where everybody else is going. They do their own thing. I fucking mad respect to those guys. Scotty out here pumping too. You can hear a bag drop from a mile away. Grays, yeah, dude, Grays is still chilling with us as well. I mean, already, guys, the feedback, the reception is like amazing. I thought some people would be upset or confused or whatever, but it seems like you guys are. I think it's a good idea. I think it's for the best as well, to be honest. So. What if your guild beats Crix in clearing content? I mean, we'll do our best, right? We're going to take pride in our play. We're going to consider ourselves good at the game and try to improve at the game and try to push each other to improve at the game, right? And create that culture of performance. but without, you know, like basically like if we parse, it comes naturally, you know, like we kind of like work backwards and say like what is our standard? You sign up to raid at a certain time. It's this many hours and time and energy you're spending. You got to be able to clear the content in that time, right? So as long as you're clearing the content in the time that you said you would, all is good. You know, the transaction is complete at that point. As long as, you know, we're not struggling to clear the content and we're actually getting through it, and doing what we say we're gonna do, like, it's all good. You should go Herod? Nah, man. I'm going Blood Soul. I might have an alt there or something, though. You never know. I hear good things about that server. I know Rex going over there. Requiem. Yeah, Graze is still in the guild. Tactics is still in the guild. Tommy Salami, Rafflington, Winky, Bran, my 2's partners in the guild. Freddy's in the guild. A lot of good people. Ame, if there's any Ame fans in the chat, he's another awesome creator. I feel like every time I make a Blood Elf, I just sit here killing trees for like an hour, not doing anything. Okay, these are for a quest, though. I have no idea how to do any of these quests, boys. Shrine of Dath Ramar Red. I vaguely remember doing this as a little kid, and you have to hit like an orb or something, don't you? Isn't it this? I don't have to like go there and hit an orb or... Help me out here, boys. Shrine of Dath Ramar. To the west. Okay, I think it's over here. I click an orb. I'm feeling hyped again. Kargoz streams makes me want to play the game again. Oh, I appreciate that, man. Yo, action cam, should we? Let's do it. Beautiful. What a world of difference. You're doing the best out of all the WoW streamers I am. The community you created is made out of well-behaved people. I'm sure your guild will be awesome and respected. Keep up the good content, bro. Yo, I went through a phase of getting a lot of trolls and stuff, you know? And I think that's on me, yo, honestly. Like, the trolls come if you act a certain type of way. But recently, I've just noticed like an upswing in positivity, man, with the comments and everything. There was a good stretch of maybe like 4 months where it's like every day you wake up to like, you know, pretty mean-spirited comments and all this type of stuff. It's all good. I mean, you have to have a thick skin with this stuff. It doesn't bother you. It bothers you for like 2 seconds, then you just forget about it. But recently, man, the feedback has been so good, so nice, so refreshing. I need to... I don't have Judgment yet. I need to press some orb, I think. Is that it? I think it's that. That little green bubble over there. Eight-hour patch, I'm optimistic. Is that why there's so many people here? Because nobody can play? This Classic's down right now. Action cam, hell yeah. What's up, CDK? Good to see you, bro. Okay. Was I wrong, guys? I feel like this was the quest. You have to touch this. That's a cool looking thing, though. God, I feel so helpless. No questy. My classic Andy's showing. Read the plaque. Okay. Read the plaque. Looking for a plaque. I also need to mana tap some creatures, so maybe I'll check the pond. The one on the pond, okay. It's to the left and up the hill. Getting conflicting reports. Repatch is not coming tomorrow? Yeah, I highly doubt it, bro. Haven't seen how unfinished the beta is. Well, they really should do PvP testing on the beta. They still haven't done that at all. I do think there's going to be another big phase on the beta for that. There's a lot of things that are like really not working right now. The other day I dueled a hunter and he was in Beast of Wrath and I was able to death coil him, you know? Apparently rocket boots are usable in the arenas right now, which I don't think that'll make it in, right? That has to be a bug. I was talking to Zerio about it yesterday though. He was saying that if they were in the game, people would actually use them. Like, it would be a big deal. Like, every priest would use them. Probably every warlock would use them. Black up the hill or by the pond. Okay. Black up the hill or by the pond. Oh boy. Up the hill, you say? It's not up here, is it? Can I run into a plaque up here? Doesn't look like it. I'll go to the pond. Oh yeah, the application, sure thing. Here you go, man. Pretty much safe to say we're recruiting all at the point. At this point. May 18th could actually work for pre-patch at this point. That's what they were saying a long time ago, yeah. Could be. Is this beta leveling? I'm surprised that you're the first streamer to test leveling in the new race zones. No, I think people have done it already. I saw Grays doing it at some point. Pretty nice though, the Spud Elf zone, huh? I haven't been tuning. Is there a pre-patch announcement? No, we had a guild announcement. So we're just I was just sharing with everybody the plans for the guild. We're staying on Blood Sale, we're reforming, we're keeping it tight-knit. Semi-hardcore, raiding once a week. Oh, you think it's the Chromie stopwatch item coming today? Yeah, it's possible. Also the spell batching too. Could go in today. Did you ever see the Scarlet Covenant on YouTube? It's an RP PvP guild full of undeads in retail. No, I never heard of it. Yeah. So somebody asked about my favorite WoW moment. Let's all try to take a second to think about your favorite WoW moment. It's tough. It's tough to say. I don't know if oh, this has got to be the plaque, huh? Yeah, this is it. Perfect. Favorite WoW moment. I have to say that Day 9 Ragnaros skill was really, really, it might be that, you know, but I'm thinking about back in the day. Man. It's not really one moment, but like my favorite little like experience of WoW of all time probably was right when Wrath was kind of fresh in the early stages. You know, that kind of legendary pre-bis grind that happens on every server. It's always like kind of the most fun. So I just remember that little period of time where frost badges were actually relevant. Like that's what you needed to be doing. It was like the most optimal thing to do was to grind out tons of frost badges for gear or something. Forgot what it was. The Wrath meta was so long ago, but you know, it was me and my roommates. Same guild. My buddy Cuzo on Enhancement Shaman. My buddy Jose named Luminix on Ret Pally. I was weirdly on Warrior. I was playing an Orc Warrior tank. And my buddy Jim was playing DK. And we were grinding frost badges and just like destroying these dungeons and doing Ulduar together and shit. That was probably the most fun ever. First time we got Tribute to Insanity. What was that again? Remind me of that one? Oh, speaking of Wrath achievements, there was that one dragon you had to kill, man. Those Wrath achievements were kind of fun. So I think there was one where you had to do Nax without dying. There's that one. There was one where you had to kill this dragon, and you know, he screams like "Run away, little girl" or something, and you have to. He like shoots like these waves of fire, and you have to dodge them and stuff. Somebody's gonna remember what it was. Getting those were really a lot of fun too. Sartharian, yeah, Sartharian 3 Drakes. Yo, that is literally it. Amazing memory, amazing. Yeah, you had to leave the 3 Drakes up while you killed them or something, right? Yo, what's up, Sarth? Good to see you, man. Great to see you, bro. What server are you going on, Sarth, man? I don't even know your plans. We're just talking about it. Crix and Abide are going on Herod. We're staying Blood Sale. Farm 25 man, 3 Drakes many times. remember playing Vanilla WoW Beta and staring at a Voidwalker for like 20 minutes thinking it was fucking amazing. Yeah. No, there really is something. Like, even as degen as you get, as sweaty as you get, like, at some point... Wow, this looks really nice. Like, the itch to level kind of comes back, at least for me. Like, today I was wondering if I should just log on stream and then just level just like an orc in Duratar and just go through the Barrens again. I don't know. Classic leveling is amazing. Even with TBC out, and TBC is an amazing game as well, of course. Maybe better. It's possible. But classic leveling is just legendary, man. It is such a unique vibe. It is so timeless. And such like, I don't know, like you can get sick of it. You know, like I did hardcore for like a year straight, and so did like Graze and stuff. So you do get sick of it after a while, but then it comes back, the desire to level, and just the music, the zones, the atmosphere. It remains a viable and fun and enjoyable thing to do. Even still. Ulduar was legendary, one of the best raids they ever made. I'm trying to think of my favorite fight in there. Definitely wasn't that first one, right? With like the little battle tanks. That one was kind of a joke. Best fight in there? Let me think. Best fight in Ulduar. I want to think of an interesting answer, but I mean, I still remember the Og fight pretty clearly. I remember wiping there a bazillion times. There's also that like celestial guy at the very end. I don't know. What do you guys got? Oh, you're right. Mimiron head. No, 100%. That was gotta. I love that fight. You have to take the train to get to his head, and you're and you're going through the phases, and he like deconstructs, and you have to fight his different body parts. Yeah, that was actually great. Then you can drop them out. That's probably it. Freya. Hodir? Hodir was the frost guy, right? Bloodsail's gonna be awesome, bro. Yo, it is cheesy. It is. It's for the best, man. I'm so glad you guys have the Booty Bay PD going and stuff. Like, we're gonna have a guild too, but like, if you guys are down, it'd be sick to kind of just be like brother sister guild type thing. You know, we can do lots of events and stuff, and offer slightly different strokes for different folks. And I don't know, maybe we combine someday. You never rule it out, but more people playing on Bloodsail unironically and, you know, determined to make it work is like the most glorious thing I could possibly hear. Who's going Herod? Crix and Abide are taking a bunch of the roster over to Herod, and they're pushing. They're going to be bleeding edge raiders, and you know, doing all the splits and going pretty much as hard as you can possibly go. You gonna raid with Crix? No, he's going to Herod. We're staying Bloodsail, man. We're staying Bloodsail, which is it's unfortunate, but it's for the best. Sister Brother Guild will be optimal setup community events across the guilds. Hell yeah. You'll love to see it. Which class is easiest to grow with and learn how to raid, PvP, etc. in TBC? I want to say Mage. I kind of just always default to Mage. I feel like Mage is a DPS class. It's clear what you need to do. The rotations are relatively straightforward. You don't have that many buttons. You know, you could say Warlock's in the same boat, but Warlock has, I want to say, triple the amount of buttons that a Mage does. Now, that might not be true if you count all the down ranks and stuff, right? But I'm talking about in terms of just sheer abilities, not buttons. So I'm thinking in terms of, if you count all the pet abilities, if you, like, it's confusing. You know, Mage, if you're pressing Frostbolt or Arcane Blast, you're probably like halfway there. It's like over and over again. In PvP and PvE, it doesn't really matter what you're doing. Okay. Read the plaque, we did that. Mana tap creatures, still need to do that. Sorry for my pathetic leveling pace, guys. I have no idea what I'm doing here, honestly. No quest, nothing to help me out. So... they're found by the pond, by the fountain. Are these just lying on the floor, guys? It's gotta be, right? I feel like they just started sitting on the floor and you just gotta pick them up. Isn't Warlock one of the easiest classes? This is what I've heard. No, I don't think so. Well, I don't know. It's a tough question to answer, right? If you're talking about PvP, if you're talking about PvE, I think in PvP to play them, you know, you've heard the expression skill floor and skill ceiling. I feel like the skill floor on Warlock, especially in PvP, is probably pretty on the lower end, just because it's pretty forgiving. Your positioning's pretty forgiving. Like, you have this massive 36-yard range with all of your dots. You know, you are often not the kill target, you know, in arenas and in PvP. But at the same time, like, you have to be really careful with your positioning as a Warlock because you don't have an ice block. You don't really have mobility. So if you just get yourself in a bad spot, you're dead. It's so tough, man. I feel like you could get somewhere better thinking about the PvE side. What class is harder, easier? It's probably just like similar to Mage and PvE. So many binds. For PvE, Shadow Bolt spec is pretty one button overall, right? Sort of. Yeah, sort of. You have to keep Immolate uptime, and then you know you have to keep curses running on a couple different targets. You might Doom a target, Agony another target, then maybe you're assigned to elements. You Shadow Burn and you Scorch sometimes. If you're finishing a mob, if you're moving, you Shadow Burn. You also have to like weave taps in. I think with pretty much every class, there is a lot of finesse to every class. I can't think of a truly easy class. Because then every single class, you still have to deal with all the consumables and rotating them in. Gun to my head, if I had to choose one, though, I would probably say Mage. If I had to. If I had to. This music melts my heart. Yo, same, brother. Same, man. Same, bro. Crazy, man. How fast time is flying, right? It's like the oldest cliche in the books, but it's so unbelievably true. The days get faster, man. They just melt by. Some of you are probably here on stream, you know, when I found out, like, I basically turned 30 in December, like later December. That same day, my wife came in and told me that she was pregnant, right? And we've been trying for a while. Now we're only a couple months out, man. Like three months out. It just goes by in 2 seconds, man.
We will persevere.
It's kind of insane.
Victory
and
lies ahead.
Yesterday and today, I was playing a bit of Dota and a bit of Hearthstone. I've just kind of like been jumping back and forth between all of them. And I was just thinking to myself, I'm playing Dota 2 right now. I'm playing it like an Archon Legend level. It's not super high or anything, right? I'm just thinking to myself, I'm playing WoW. I'm playing Dota. I'm playing Hearthstone. I'm playing the same ass games I was playing over a decade ago. I remember playing the Dota 2 beta when I just transferred to Temple. Temple was the college I went to.
The eternal
playing it with
sun
those same
guides
folks,
us.
like Luminix and
Yes.
and I just felt
Remember the sun well.
it kind of just took the wind out of my sails, you know? Like, I was just thinking, damn,
What do you seek?
this is it, huh? This is life, man. Now, don't get me wrong, I love life. Like, seriously, man. Each day is the blessed run. It really is. Each day is the absolute blessed run. There's a lot to appreciate. But at the same time, man, you're just thinking, I'm playing the same games I was 10 years
Anaria
ago.
Sholah. Farewell.
More with WoW. Gaming's in a poor state right now. I gotta play the classics for all we got. Yo. I was thinking to myself too, you know, like, I was playing Halo somewhat recently, like brushing up on that, listening to the Halo music. I don't know if there's an issue here or if it's fine. You know, like, I feel like a happy person overall. Like, if you ask me if I'm a bloomer or a doomer, I think I'm probably 8 out of 10 bloomer. Like, I have my toxic moments like everybody else, you know? Like, I'll rage and scream at people in PvP, not forget about it later and go have a... You know. But, we are playing, for the most part, the games we played, like, over 10 years ago. We dabble in other games from time to time. But, you know, I still look forward to playing Halo 2. I still play Counter-Strike, bro. Are you kidding me, man? I played Counter-Strike when I was a little kid in football camp. You know. Counter-Strike was the first... It might have been the first online game. Yo, this one-handed sword is sick, though. What the hell? Look at that animation. Dude, this one-handed sword... Is that just me? That's doing things to me right now. Dude, that looks amazing. I'm about to just give up on that quest. Check out this one-hand sword. CS 1.6 for life. Yeah, I forgot if I played 1.6 or what it was. I know they didn't have all the different guns in the game. That they do now, at least. It was just like AK, OP. I guess M4. It might have had Deagle. People realize you can make money in games now. Some gamers are doing it for the money and not the game. Yeah, custom games in Warcraft 3. Like, I guess my point is, are we progressing as individuals? I feel like we are. But at the same time, you kind of have to double check, right? Because you're still playing the same game you did 10 plus years ago. You know. Thing is, you have to realize... WoW does check a lot of the boxes too, you know, like it gives you that sense of community, gives you... The question of that stuff is like, what are other people doing that is so much better, right? Is you'd have to ask. You know, some people are truly out there changing the world though, right? They're healthcare professionals, they're out there working on space exploration. More power to them. Like, that's insane, honestly. Oh, what up? Yo, is that Dr. Kale? Yo, my bad, bro. I haven't even really been paying attention. Yo, Dr. Kale in here. Fuck, man. Gotta actually play. Can't be disrespecting this class like that. What's up, Dr. Kale? Good to see you, brother. We actually have Pally Legend in the house right here. What's up, man? How we doing? Just dabbling in your class, bro. Just dabbling, slicing some stuff up. Good to see you. Well, if you still enjoy them, there's no problem. It would be weird if you didn't enjoy them and played them compulsively. There's probably a bit of that. Is that right? There's probably a bit of like being a creature of habit, like you gravitate towards WoW or CS or whatever. There's probably also a bit of just like the straight up boomer syndrome, where you know how like, people get older, like they get more settled and stuff. You don't want to try new stuff. Like these games have done it for us for so long. There's that too. Are you gonna review the apps online? Like review the guild apps like on stream? Not on stream, no. Yeah, good to see you, bro. Yo, Crick's in the house, dropping 5 subs, man. Thank you, man. What's up, Cricks? What are you up to? Are you hardcore leveling? Yes. I still have technically not died, so this guy's hardcore. We might as well. Add a little extra spice to the stream. Don't you think it's just normal for people to go back to what they're used to? It happens with everyone and everything, just like boomers in their music. Bruh, I mean... What music are you guys listening to right now? Let me ask you. What music are you guys listening to, man? You know, when I happened to... I bought a Tesla recently. I've been loving the sound system in it. I've been driving, like I said before, I've been driving beaters for like the last 10 years. So it's like crazy to me being in like a new car, right? So music I'm bumping on there a lot of times is like early 2000s music, man. Like R&B, just even the pop from that time. I'll be playing a lot of that stuff, you know? That's all music. A lot of times I'm watching movies recently. I'm finding myself like almost gravitating towards movies from the early 2000s or maybe even the 90s. It's that boomer syndrome or something. Is that just me or is that happening to you guys too? I don't know. Where do we go? What do we do? Should I just leave? Can I just leave? Any Blood Elf experts? Any Blood Elf enthusiasts? Can I just leave this area? Or no? I grinded to 6. Like, I haven't really been paying attention to the game too much. You're becoming a boomer? Yup. Yup. Those games are so good, though. Can't reinvent the wheel. Did you go up top? About a Model Y? Yeah, that's what I got to. The Model Y, yeah. I'm loving it, man. Absolutely loving it. Still haven't gotten my first electricity bill, though. So, I don't know how much higher it's gonna be, but I'll tell you what. Not going to a gas station, bro. I haven't been to a gas station in, like, about a month now. Dude, it feels insane. Yeah, I got the Model Y. Yeah, I got, like, the gray one. Thought our parents are the boomers.
Fresh meat.
There's garbage music and movies from every time period. We just remember the good stuff. The rose-tinted glasses argument is a fallacy. Art truly used to be better in almost all respects. You're saying the older stuff? I mean, you can't help but feel that, for sure. Like, I feel that a lot of the time, but that's literally what every generation has probably said up until this point. Yo, am I trolling if I just run this way and leave this area? Can I find quests and content this direction? This is a lost cause. These are lost causes, man. There's no way. Are you even questing? I'm just Oh, that music though.
Victory lies ahead.
Well, here's a quest. Slain by the Wretched. Go south into the ruins of Silvermoon and look for the slain Outrunner in Dawning Lane. Alright. I think we can handle it. What is this game? This is the best game of all time. The best game that was ever created. IMO. The game that shaped and forged us. Played a big role in who we are today. World of Warcraft. More specifically, the Burning Crusade. God, it really is so good though, man. Is the music loud enough? Like, I kind of want to pump it. So, like, look around, boys. Peak WoW right here. Pretty sick. Okay. Slain Outrunner. Slain Outrunner. We figured it out when we were little kids, right? We should be able to figure it out now. Let's look for him. Wait, isn't this the city up ahead, though? Guys, I'm so hopelessly lost, bro. Where to buy Questy? Let me kill this robot. How is Kargoz playing a Blood Elf? Is the pre-patch out or... Oh, this is beta, man. Yeah, this is beta. Soon, though. Blood Elf killing Wretched out in the Silvermoon area. Now that's a vibe. You can download a bunch of add-ons if you wanted. Yeah, I probably should have, man. Yo, I honestly feel, yeah, pretty hopeless without add-ons, bro. I'm super dependent on them, honestly. Maybe it's because I'm streaming. If I wasn't streaming, I probably would just, like, read the quest and try to figure it out, but I feel like that's cringe if I just, like, read it and use my brain. This camera style is wild. Welcome to the action cam, my friend. Okay, let me just get rid of these. These are from the starting zone. Belendrin the Banished. Is this by me, boys? Or is this back starting zone as well? I wish I knew what I was doing. I enjoy the look of Blood Elves. At least the last paragraph. Thing is, it's like I'm reading a different language. I don't know where these places are. They are located in the Falthrian Academy. If only I knew where that was. Look at this, though. It's a boss? Thalus the Hungerer. There's got to be a quest to kill this guy. We are playing hardcore. Keep in mind. That's the tower in the starting zone. What level do you get Consecrate? I don't know. They do make it a baseline ability, though, in TBC. For all pallies, so you don't have to talent into it, which is so nice. I'm not exactly sure when you get it, though. Try to silence this dude and heal. Yeah, pretty much it's like 2007 all over again, man. No idea where I'm going, no idea what I'm doing. Don't have any quests, really, just this stuff. Let's run this way. What was the guild announcement? TLDR, Crix and Abide are going to Herod. They're taking a lot of the guild over there. And we're not giving up on Bloodsail. There's a decent amount of us that are down to try to make it work. So we're reforming under a new name, and a new guild name. We voted on it earlier. We're still voting on it. We'll do another straw poll probably later today. And yeah, we're recruiting all classes, man, if you guys are still looking for a home for TBC. Falcon Wing Square. Oh, thank God there's some quests here.
Glory to
Magister Geronis. Collect 6 arcane cores from the arcane patrollers that run. Oh, we just killed those. I know what those are.
We will have justice.
Yeah, okay. Signs of life.
Victory lies ahead.
Wanted poster. Oh, we just killed that guy. Oh, beautiful. I know what I'm doing now. Blood Elf Expert. 6 unstable mana crystals. Group of Wretched. I think they're just laying on the ground.
Justice.
Armor and shield merchant. Maybe I should buy a weapon.
I have one-of-a-kind items.
2-handed sword. For 3 silver. Wolf it? Or not wolf it? This is usable now. It's more damage than this, but it costs a little more copper. Fuck it. When in Rome.
Stay the course. Do not loiter. What do you seek? Shorel Aran.
Alright, let's go. They're going to regret playing TBC on a PvP server? Yeah, we'll see, man. I'm sure they'll do well.
We will persevere.
Alright, that looks like I got all the quests in this area. Looking good, looking good. I actually feel like I know what I'm doing now. Let's go, boys. I'm interested in joining. Oh, yeah, sure thing, man. Here, let me link you the forum. Sorry about my dogs. Yeah, we're staying Horde, yep. And Bloodsail. No. Let me mute for a second. Okay, they shut up. Bloodsail is Alliance dominated. So RP servers are like the opposite from regular PvP servers, because most people want to RP as Alliance, right? So we're actually outnumbered, which is kind of a good thing, you know, because we get to experience the benefits of being outnumbered in the sense of like when we want to do world PvP, there will be a lot of Alliance, and we'll be taking those unfavorable odds. It's going to be a lot of fun, but at the same time, they can't just like relentlessly camp you, right? Like you can just unflag yourself. And I think the TBC world PvP, there's a chance it could be good, right? Because you do need control of the towers in Terrakar in order to get spirit shards, so you literally have to capture those. Then in Hellfire, there's also this other kind of like token or currency you can get from Hellfire from having control of everything. I forgot how you get it, but there's those, and you get like a damage buff, or it's an experience buff or something. So there is like a real incentive to get those towers, and I don't know, it could be fun. Great podcaster, stay safe. Just curious what you think of his history with Alex, as if you've been associated with both of them. Yeah, here's the thing about that, man. It's funny you bring that up. Like, yeah, there's been drama in the past, you know? But at the same time, life's too short, man. You know? Life's too short. Like, I kind of got love for all the people that have been around for a long time, man. Just the people that I recognize from before Nost even, you know? Or not, I mean, it was mainly from Nost and beyond Nost and Elysium, K3. These people have been in the content game for a while, right? And I've had ups and downs with Stay Safe. People have gotten competitive with each other. People have ignored each other or not wanted to associate with each other in the past. And there's been good blood and bad blood and everything in between. But I feel like it's part of your... It's like a thing built into us as humans. Like, you like, develop a respect for people over time, you know? And that's happened with me with Stay Safe a lot. You know, he's been here for a while. Like, I don't agree with everything he's done ever, and I'm sure he feels the same about me and a lot of the other people, but at the end of the day, it's kind of cool that, I don't know, I feel like kind of you know, an affection towards him and some of the people who have been around for a long time. It was cool. Like, I've never done any like collab with him ever, man. It was always kind of the classic cast. They did their own thing. I was kind of over with my group with Def Camp and Melderon. We were doing our own thing. That was the first time I ever did any kind of collab with Stay Safe. Been on the same stream. I met him out in London for that Red Bull event. But I feel like it was kind of like a breakthrough, man. He came on. He was like, "Yeah, I kind of wish we did more events." And that was awesome, man. That was awesome having him on. Man, I feel like I'm doing stuff. I'm getting mana crystals. I'm killing robots. We're out here actually doing it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, mutual respect. Yeah, for sure. No, for sure. And he's always like done his thing, and I still remember, like, here's the thing, you know, I remember when Peo had single-digit viewers, guys. I remember when I used to talk to Peo, like in the early days, I was kind of the, you know, the larger streamer or whatever at the time and stuff, and that never really meant too much to me. But you know, there is something there. You know, you're talking with a smaller streamer and you like are giving them advice. Now I'm not gonna give advice to Peo. What kind of advice am I gonna give to Peo? You know, he's like huge now, but it's cool. Like these people, these little private server Andes, like from back in the day, have all, a lot of them have succeeded so far and have come so far. You know, Peo, Stay Safe, S-Fan. I mean, some of these people are like huge on just Twitch in general now. You know, not even just WoW. They almost like graduated out of the WoW category. So because I played some small role, I'd like to think, in that narrative of, you know, all the private server drama and everything that led up to just all of it. Looking back, I feel an affection towards these people, you know, to some degree. Do you start on Nost and Elysium? Yeah, I started Nost and Elysium. Like, my whole thing is, it was Warlords of Draenor, right? I was making content at the time for WoD stuff. Making my own, I think I was making, BM Hunter, like, PvP content, if you go back to some of my videos back then, right? Like, one-shot macros and stuff like that. And I was having fun with WoD doing my thing. We were raiding High Mall, I think it was called. They had, like, a patchwork-style fight in it. They had that, big Bog Lord guy. That fight with the two twins in that room. We were doing Mythic of it. We were pumping with this guild called DPS Inc. And then the guild kind of fell apart, and I was watching videos from Hamster and Alex and Dodgy Kebab and Mr. GM. And I'm telling you, man, I was like, I remember watching Orc Bit, and I was watching it, and I was like, dude, these people make me want to get involved with this game. Like, I want to make content about this game. Like, I want to participate in this community. And that was it, man. That was the very start of it. Like those are like the creators that you know, I looked up to back then, that like got me going and made me feel like, yo, this is so legit. It was so like kind of like comfy and cozy and edgy and homey and all that, the whole early Peace Server days for me. Just remembering you could play Vanilla WoW again, like there was that initial shock, almost shock appeal towards playing on those Peace servers back then. Like a lot of us didn't even really like know you could play Vanilla WoW again. You know, just watching those. TBC is flop? Why do you say that, man? I don't know. I mean, like I said, I kind of like a soft spot for Alex always, just because he was like, you know, like the Asman of the private server scene for a while, and you know, he was always nice to me and stuff. But at the same time, I feel like he is kind of a doomer with stuff. A little bit too much, you know, like, bro, TBC is here. We're grown-ups now, man. Like, we have discretionary income, we have time, you know, we have amazing tools like Discord and YouTube and Twitch, and you know, you're just 5 minutes away from getting an iced caramel macchiato or getting a nice, like a beer or a drink or a pizza or whatever, and we're chilling, bro. There's high-speed internet, bro. There's tablets. There's like, you know, just the technology is insane, man. Like, it's fun. It's fun. Thing is, fun may not be like the #1 thing to life. Maybe, you know, always having fun may not be the key, but it's also rewarding though. Like building a community, streaming, making friends, building those relationships, like it's not purely just fun too. It's rewarding in the same way that the most, you know, it's rewarding in the same way that anything in life can be rewarding, you know? You meet other people, you're social, you interact, you build relationships. And you can even, like, thankfully, by some miracle, you can actually kind of like monetize your efforts, like playing these games. It's not like a complete write-off, you know. Like, I'm super proud of this channel, this YouTube channel, this Twitch channel. Super proud of it, man. It's like my life's work. I've done other cool stuff too, but this is the thing that you know, I'm most proud of. Ice Caramel Macchiato, what's up, Silver? Good to see you. Is it just me or does this WoW camera look different? Yeah, just a tad, bro. It's the action camera. But I don't know, man. Like I'm feeling optimistic for TBC, and like, yeah, there's gonna be good news and bad news. And honestly, I do think Blizzard, I say this with all due respect, they are kind of like out of touch, you know, in a lot of ways. And like, I do feel like when they, you know, we could sit here all day and gloom about it and say like they do communicate with like a lot of pride, and there's some stuff. But anyway, moving past all that, like TBC is I think could be the most fun I've ever had playing WoW. Just because like the people, I mean, the game is amazing. There's arenas to look forward to. I think we're gonna have a ton of fun, guys. For real. For real, man. I'm stoked. If anything, just enjoy it while we can, because we're just gonna blink twice. It's gonna be Wrath. We're gonna blink 2 more times, and then it's gonna be done. Right? What are we gonna do with ourselves then? Like, seriously, man. I feel like it was just yesterday when they announced Classic still, right? And that was 2017, 4 years ago. Cataclysm Classic. Nah, man. Wrap it up at that point. TBC is gonna be sick. Yeah, it is gonna be sick. And like, you know, we're kind of accountable for making it sick too, though. It's not even just Blizzard, man. I mean, Blizzard is also super accountable, but I think one of the secrets, we were talking about it on the on that last Dark Portal we did, is if we almost treat it like our own little industry, you know, like at least a lot of us streamers and stuff, and like we work together on it and like make a bunch of community events and just like, what gets people excited? What gets people excited? What gets people like fired up, invested? Think about it. Like, what does it, man? I know, like, player versus player, rivalry, stories, these things get people fired up, amped up, like on the edge of their seat, you know? We can set up either tournaments or cups or challenges or something that gets people involved, pitted against each other, competing. Let may the best man win, but not in like, you know, like a toxic way or anything, right? Just doing stuff like that, but stuff that gets everybody involved too, you know? Like the hardcore cups. Those are pretty sick, dude. They do take a good amount of effort to set up, more than you might think. So, it's something I always wish there would be like a team to help do it. You know, there would be like 6 people doing it. Man, I think it'd be sick though if we could, if Blizzard gave us the functionality, like a tournament realm. If they give us a tournament realm for PvP, and then maybe some sort of tournament realm for PvE though, in the sense that you could set up speed runs, but without the overhead. You could set up, you know, like characters on like a raid tournament realm, if that even makes sense, like a PTR, you know, where you could. See what I'm saying? Like, you know, you're just in this kind of balanced environment, and you get to actually, like, compete against another guild or something. I don't know what you're referring to them as, but Kargoz, you present honesty and humanity that's relatable without sacrificing the hot takes or the constructive criticism. It's been hard for me to agree but disagree in the past, and you display that practice very well. It inspires me. Damn, dude. That's nice of you to say that, bro. It's nice of you to say, man. Nah, I appreciate it big time. Nano had some great ideas. Yeah, Nano's awesome. I mean, he's one of the dudes who made Nostalrius for us, right? I mean, I feel like most people would probably agree we would not have Classic if it wasn't for Nost. There would be no Classic if it wasn't for Nost. Wouldn't exist. A few of you were around when we were playing private servers back in the day where pretty much nobody thought they would actually make Classic WoW, though, guys. Like, some of you joined later, kind of, and just joined like when Classic was coming out. There was a stretch of time, like a good stretch of time, where people were playing like vanilla private servers, and we were playing it just because it was super fun, and it was, but like nobody thought there was even a small chance Blizzard would do like legacy servers. It was something that people would talk about on and off, you know, like what if Blizzard did it? Maybe they'll do it at this BlizzCon. But nobody really believed that they were going to do it, you know? Like when they announced it, 2017, to say that a lot of people were shocked is an understatement. It was something out of a lucid dream or something. Like there was no hint or sign or build up or communication prior. It just kind of gobsmacked us. All of a sudden, Jalen Brack's talking about ice cream. And here we are today, man, playing the Burning Crusade. TBC is life, man. We run it back. Hell yeah, man. Gale, this is your time, bro. All those hours of sweat. It's gonna hopefully pay off for you now, man. You're streaming. You all set up for it, bro. Soda Pop made a video about it, and the petition got like 250,000 signs. When did that happen, though? Yeah, I don't think I even signed that petition. I mean, I probably should have. I think it went over my head. So, was it, there was this other vanilla WoW designer, forgetting his name, who kind of like spearheaded that. I didn't even know Stacey made a video about it, but I heard about it. Like, was that all before the 2017 announcement? You know, like, my take on it was, you know, Nostalrius was great. Blizzard shut it down. Then Nostalrius came back and said, "Look, we're gonna give the data." So wait, no, Blizzard flew the NOS team out first, right? They met at their headquarters, had some top secret discussion. Nano was probably there. They left, and I think at some point they said, "We're we're gonna give the character data over to Elysium. Or no, what did they say, guys? They said they were gonna bring it back, right? And everybody got excited. And then they changed their mind and said, we're gonna stop until Blizzard does classic servers. We're gonna stop out of respect for them or something. Help me out, fill in the blanks here. And people were pissed at Nost. I was pissed at Nost. I regret it now because they're like the martyrs, but I remember going to whatever forum that was at the time and like typing out like, yo, Nost's like selling out or whatever, you know, like fuck Nostarius. And Mark Curran, yeah, it was Mark Curran. Blizzard got mad at Nost for giving their code to Elysium. Because they were in the process of making Classic. He printed every signed petition, and it was like meters and meters of paper. Damn. Crazy, though. So crazy. Some butterfly affection. Was that not Elysium? I'm embarrassed to say I don't remember exactly how it happened. I just remember Nostarius was like gonna make a comeback, and then they changed their mind or something, and everybody got super pissed at them. And then they eventually announced Classic. And then they just became like martyrs, you know. A lot of people like regretted getting mad at them. Are you pumped for Wrath Classic? You know I am, man. It keeps the train going a little bit longer, dude. A little more runway on the tracks, you know. Probably the least. That's probably out of the trilogy, the one that I like the least, but that's not saying much. I feel like even saying that's kind of disrespecting Wrath, because Wrath was still really fun. Don't get me wrong, it just, it wasn't as shockingly, insanely unique and awesome as the other ones, you know, like, TBC brought in Outland, it brought in Flying Mounts, like, you just couldn't achieve that same level of shock and awe with Wrath. And then there's the DK hero class thing that, kind of bothered me, but I just think about the zones in Wrath. I think about the music. I think about some of the quests. I think about the dailies. I think about the raids. Think about the music in the zones. Music is so sick, though, man. It really is. Music is one of like the only things in life that you can actually music is one of the only things that like isn't cringe, sort of, to a certain extent. I say that delicately, but a lot of things in life are kind of ugly. Like humans are kind of like ugly looking. Places are somewhat ugly looking. Like you can say like music. Music is legendary, dude. It's like its own thing, you know. If you were to like encapsulate like your humanity into like one thing,
yes,
to live on through, like a song is a pretty solid choice for that, right? Like if you wanted like your kids to look back at you or remember you or whatever, like
time is of the essence.
Like there's something weird about music. I don't know what it is.
Salama Ashalanore. Death to all who oppose us.
It's its own thing, man.
Glory to the Sindorai. Farewell.
Okay, travel to the West Sanctum, southwest of Falcon Wing Square. There's north, southwest, should be this way. Defeat any intruders present there. Got it. Yo, what up, Jerome? Good to see you, my brother. What do you think the future is for retail WoW? Much more Steam do they have? And do they have any interest in going back? Future of retail WoW. No idea, bro. I feel like I'd be talking out of my ass. I'm so disconnected with it. I will say though, like, you know, I've gotten really into like Arena recently, right? For TBC. And I had like a realization like, oh, I'm really liking Arena. Like, why wouldn't I not like retail Arena? I don't know, maybe there is an answer. But I was thinking to myself, when you're playing like just Arena exclusively, you're not really like playing an MMO at that point, you know? But it's still super fun. Like it's like you're playing Dota or CSGO or something, right? Like you're playing, when you're on that Arena mindset, like you're not thinking about RP, you're not thinking about the music, you're not thinking about the zones and all those things that go through your mind when you're leveling. Like you kind of like could care less. You're kind of on that PvP wavelength. You're just like all pumped, like And I don't know. I was thinking to myself, why wouldn't I like retail arenas? Arenas would be like the biggest draw for me to play retail. Maybe I would enjoy it. I don't know. But I don't know. To answer your question, I don't know what the future of retail is looking like. I want to say though, this is just shooting from the hip, based on nothing other than just my own intuition. I feel like WoW has some gas in the tank. I feel like it's a very popular game still. I still feel like a lot of people play it. They make a lot of money off of it. There's YouTube channels and streamers and stuff that like live off of it, right? There's like people like Asmongold and stuff who have small nations worth of people watching him when he plays WoW. When you have all these things, how could the game be dying or like be on fumes or life support? You know? Like a lot more would have to crumble for it to feel like it was coming to a close, you feel me? Like Final Fantasy 14 if you want a top tier MMO, the MMO aspect, the content is insane. Yeah, my buddy Michi, who I was talking about earlier, like he was playing the Enhancement Shaman Kyuzo. Jose was playing this guy, Luminix. He plays Final Fantasy 14 and it's the only game he still plays and he loves it. Yo, what up, Butter? Retail feels like a mobile game. It's all about mounts, pets, and Xbox now. But I'm just saying, if you just played retail for the arenas, because arenas are mad fun and you just have like this developing meta, which classes are strong, which classes are weak, I feel like arenas would still be fun. But I will say, from the small, tiny smidgen of arena that I've watched with TBC, I mean with retail, the ebb and flow of damage and cooldowns feels very bizarre. It looks very bizarre. People are exchanging very flashy abilities back and forth. Nobody's health is decreasing. All of a sudden, they kind of like die out of nowhere. I don't know. Maybe it's just something you figure out when you play it. It looks very strange to me. It looks so foreign compared to the TBC arenas, right? People run out of mana in the TBC arenas. You have a very, very small amount of mana, kind of like you cast some spells, you're you gotta go drink. You see him whipping up a Cyclone. Now he's Cyclone. He's over there in the corner, Cyclone. You know, there's only a couple stuns. People know what the stuns are. Kidney shot, cheap shot, Hodge. It looks like it makes a lot more sense watching it. Dampening? Oh yeah. Part of me wishes they dampening TBC, I'm not gonna lie. Slower pace of the game, more RPG, more D&D like. These reasons Classic is better than retail ever will be, even though retail is above and beyond better game execution. Did you ever pool your viewers to know how many actually play the game? Play, what, retail? Or you're saying Classic? I assume almost everybody, bro. Almost everybody's playing Classic, bro, or has a sub. Maybe a couple are on the fence waiting for TBC. Unless you're talking about retail. That might, yeah. I've been trying to get good in arenas, but damn, it ain't easy here in twos. If you're playing, are you playing on the beta though, Jerome? It's tough, bro. With no, like, you're gonna get a bad idea of arena. Maybe. I'm not saying you will, but playing on the beta with no Resil and with no like Gladius or anything like that, it's almost like it's a totally different animal. It's just kind of just like silly. It's for the fun. It's just for the fun of it, you know. But that's not what it's gonna be like, bro. It'll be way better. I can't wait for them to. If I could do one thing on the beta right now, it would be to have people open it up for more people, and people are able to spawn with blue dungeon gear, you know, with the trinket, and they're able to queue up. They're able to queue up rated. Fuck it. Tiny little beta season.
All the love, man, always being positive and passing the love forward to other streamers. Even motivated me to try HC, and now I'm 50 away from dinging 60, all thanks to you. Cheers.
Yo, thank you, Run It, dude. That's really nice of you to say, bro. Thank you for the support, man. Keeping the dream alive. Yeah, the beta scrims are kind of a meme though. But yeah, imagine if they did a small little arena season for the beta right now. It would be exciting. People would have a number. There'd be something you could look at. I've never been so excited about a number in my life since Halo 2, really. I remember being absolutely stoked and proud beyond belief of having rank 37 back during Halo 2. You know why? Because it was blue and it had like a touch of orange on the little logo icon, you know? For TBC, like I've been playing on Windrunner, right? And the season's gonna end in a couple days on the 21st, and I'm just so proud. You get proud of your number, of your wins, of your win to loss record. You work hard for it. You know, you push to 2K, you push to 2.1K, and you just sit there and admire. Like it is so fun. Arena is so fun. Especially if you have like, you know, the right partner. And it'd be cool. Like if they did it on the beta, you could remind people why Arena is so fun. You're queuing up. You're doing rated, people have ranks, people are suddenly talking about comps, and are you interested in what Dreamhaven is cooking up after many of the big heads at Blizzard went to work for them? That's the one Mike Morhaime is working on, right? So to be honest, it looked like very like kiddie. Let me look at it again. Hold on. Maybe it's good though. Let me see. Dreamhaven. I mean, it could be good. It's right on that line for me looking at it. Like, I don't know. It's right there, or I don't know if it's gonna be filled with little tiny furry creatures that are like squeaking and making weird noises and wiggling around and stuff. Because it could go in that route, looking at the art style right now with the lighthouse and the fantastical, whimsical balloons and the planes and stuff. Or it's right on that line, like maybe it's not. Maybe there's elves and dwarves and orcs and humans, and it's more like of a serious world. I can't tell from looking at just the initial homepage of it. But the thing is, Mike Morhaime, is he really like the genius brains, you know, inspired gamer that's driving it all forward, or is it people like Chris Metzen? You know, like those are the people that I think a lot of people like idolize. Like, so if Chris Metzen's on that project, and you know that guy basically like made the WoW lore and voices it over and is like super ultra nerd and like really super passionate about that stuff, like that's moving the needle a lot more for me than if I hear Mike Morhaime. Maybe I'm wrong though. I don't know that much about, you know, all the different Blizzard heads. Or if like Baba and Kevin Jordan were working on something, that's moving. If Kevin Jordan's working on an MMO, you know, even if it does look really kiddie or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying, I would give that more of a shot. But is Mike Morhaime like a D&D nerd that started at the early days of Blizzard with Chris Metzen and was right there making all the decisions on the lore and fantasy? I don't know. Metzen, Kaplan, Afrasiabi. Oh yeah, Afrasiabi, that guy too. Heard about Frost Giant Studios? I have, yeah. I'm a big StarCraft fan. I love watching StarCraft. Even still, I actually have a couple games I need to catch up on with the GSL. I haven't watched the recent ones, but the StarCraft community has been feeling like the end is near-ish because a lot of the contracts are going to expire in a year or two, and their RTS, you know, they're passionate about RTS, so they're looking for something new potentially. And Frost Giant is this new RTS coming out. Artosis and Day 9 and Tasteless, they've all been talking about it. I'll definitely try it out. Confirm no batching as of tomorrow. Okay, that's what all the 8 hours is for? Darnassian instructions. Travel to the West Sanctum. Wasn't that just in the West Sanctum? Maybe it's this. Travel to the West Sanctum southwest of Falcon Wing Square. Okay, here's Falcon Wing Square. We are southwest. Defeat any intruders present there. By some miracle, some of you guys know the Blood Elf zones. Am I doing the right thing? I'm really looking forward to that RTS game, which is developed by some of the best Blizzard X devs. Yeah, Frost Giant. Yeah, I think it's called Frost Giant, bro. The game. I still don't get why StarCraft went downhill. You know why it went downhill? I mean, there's probably... This is probably just one small part of it, right? But StarCraft is too hard. It's too hard. Like, you quickly see what kind of processor you have in your brain when you play StarCraft. And, you know, it's also 1v1, so it really drives that point home. When you lose in a 1v1, playing a game like that, and it just takes so much out of you, and it's so complex that you literally don't have the bandwidth to play it at the perfectly. Like, because ideally in StarCraft and any RTS, if you could, you'd be like this omnipresent, you know, god that's microing every unit, and every unit is like, you're basically playing this Blood Elf right now. Like, you'd be playing every unit in your army, in your control group, moving around, positioning it perfectly, attacking from the back, doing all that. You know, and so it's one of those games where it's too hard, not that accessible to a lot of people, and it's almost better as like to watch people play it than play it. And I think that has something to do with it. It's just too difficult. Yeah, you get so rusty so fast as well, yeah. StarCraft is too hardcore. Maybe I'm already late for the news. What server is this new guild, and is the already news for the release of the pre-patch? Well, somebody just linked the patch notes. Let me take a look. I'll throw them in the YouTube chat too if you guys want to take a look as well. Yeah, this is the beta right now, yep. Let me see. Okay, World of Warcraft Classic Patch Notes, version 1.137. Sorry, I would pull them up on the screen, but it would take too long. I'm not set up for it right now. But the link is in the chat if you want to just read it along with me. So, players who complete Chromie's quest in Anderhall can obtain an ancient artifact of bronze dragonflight magic. Use the Chrono Boon Displacer to store any world buffs, such as Rallying Cry of the Dragonslayer, Warchief's Blessing, and Spirit of Zandalar for later use. Click the supercharged Chrono Boon Displacer to restore your buffs with their previous remaining durations intact. Damn, so they really did it. They put it in. So if you missed out on that, most of you probably know what that is now, but Blizzard did listen and did make a change to world buffs. And Classic. So you get your Oni head, you get your Ren buff, you get all these things, you can store them inside of this Displacer thing, and then restore them at the time. So what initially came to mind when people were talking about world buffs was what? Like the easy solution was just purge them all when you zone into the dungeon. When you zone into the raid, just get rid of all of them. Clean slate. But then people are saying it's like you're like a crackhead. Once you get the world buffs, you get so used to the big damage and the big numbers that you don't want to go without it anymore, and it actually would just feel really bad without. It's a bizarre thing, right? But this is their solution, and it does allow you to still get your fix, your world buff fix. What do you guys think about it? I mean, hey man, seems good. They put it in. Let's see what else. The only thing is it's kind of too late though at the same time, because Classic is would this make anybody play Classic fresh, like alone? Like if they release the Classic fresh you know, a month after TBC releases, is this moving the needle enough for you to go again? Okay, gameplay adjustments. Beneficial buff priority system. Beneficial buffs are now prioritized similarly to how debuffs have been prioritized. They should help prevent situations where limited duration or low impact buffs such as Renew, Rejuve, or 6-piece set bonuses would push off important buffs. Oh, that buff cap thing. So TLDR, I'm feeling they fixed the buff cap issue. Well, not fixed it, but they made it so the big buffs don't fall off, which is good. Spell batching removed. Items made several fixes and improvements to the combat behavior of guardians. Huh. Okay, just a couple. Alright, that's pretty much it. So spell batching removed. They did that world buff thing. And then they fixed buff cap. Seems good, man. %, go again with a classic rush. If the game is so easy, why do people need world buffs? It's not about easy, bro, because it's just a whole nother animal with classic, man. It's hard to explain to people who like don't play it, but it's not about how fast you can kill. It's not about how if you can kill a boss, right? Because they are pretty easy. It's how fast you can kill the boss, right? Or how much damage you can do. And we have all these tools to like show how much damage you can do with parsing and stuff. So that is the fun of raiding, that continuous improvement, to get stronger, to get faster, to get more efficient as a guild, as a collective, or on an individual level. You can parse higher on certain encounters, and to be able to think creatively and outside of the box to optimize your gear and your rotation and your talents for each fight, you know, because each fight, if you really wanted to sweat about it, you know, and you wanted to, and let's say you were missing you know, 100 parse on some random boss. Like, what about the, just like the beetle boss, what's his name, Anubricon in X? There'd probably could make slight tweaks to your talents, so that it's more optimal for that fight. Ooh, shield. Yo, what's up, Lynx? Good to see you, bro. What did they do with buffs now? They made it so you can store your world buffs in a container, basically in a jar, and then unleash them back on you. So you're basically no longer in world buff jail. Which is one thing people couldn't stand about Classic. They thought it was so toxic and so dumb. That's no longer the case as of now. To this day, my guild has never killed Saft's KT without world buffs. I mean, it's the type of thing where it's like, why would you know? They're there for you. But yeah. This patch finally fixes the Heigen platform strat. What do you mean by that? Heigen platform strat? What do you mean, where you can ignore all the dancing? Yeah, jar them up. I got benched a few times because I didn't have world buffs. Yep. Thing is, too... Nah, we don't have to get into it. But yeah, it's gone. No more world buff jail in Classic, and I mean... Is there anybody upset by it? Like, this doesn't break anything, does it? There's always going to be somebody upset, but I can't think of anything immediately. It seems good. Seemed good. It's just another option for you. You don't have to do anything. But if you want to store your buffs and you want to get buffs, like, now you can. Removes griefing. Hell yeah. Seems good. Yeah, the world buff jar got put in right now, yep. Yep, tank him on the platform is still enough to outrange the mana burn. No, they didn't put the AoE cap in, though. Yeah, they didn't put the AoE cap in. Nope. That's a TBC mechanic. AoE farm with mage will be much smoother now. Because of the batching being on? Yeah. Yep, a lot of things are going to be a lot smoother now.
Everything has a price.
Spell batching should have been 100 MS, not 10 MS. Yeah, a lot of people have been arguing for that recently because I don't know if anybody knows the exact value on P servers. Maybe 100, maybe 200. But like some people look forward to those interactions with spell batching. You know, just not at 400. 400 was way too high. Some people like the 100, therefore you can still get some spell batching interactions. Now there's effectively none. Those mechanics are no longer on the table. Doesn't bother me too much though. A snappier, more responsive game feels, just kind of sounds better to me. Plus I don't play rogue, so it doesn't affect me that much. Alright, let's push on. We're done with this section. Where do we go from here, boys? It's a whole new world. We're out in Eversong Woods. Level 7? Probably should have trained, huh? Fuck it. Should go train. Warlocks will be happy as well. People won't have an excuse to not travel to the raid by themselves. You know, one thing was shocking to me, guys, like really shocking to me, was that in Netherstorm you can't summon. Bro, in Netherstorm you can't summon. That is crazy to me. Crazy in kind of a good way though, it's shocking. Like, so on P servers, you know, if you were trying to get people attuned for Kara, one part of it is you have to get a key fragment in Arcatraz, right? So you have to fly up to the, you have to fly up, where's Arcatraz, the left one? No, the left one is bot. You always think of bottom. The bottom one is Botanica, because the bot. Arc is the one really high up, and it's an arc. That's how I always think about it. You know, an arc's at the top. So you fly up there, and then you summon people. And you can even lockpick the door with the rogue. You can't do that anymore. So everybody is going to need flying.
Choose wisely.
And everybody's going to need to be level 70 as well, right? You can't get in there at 68.
Everything has a price.
There it is.
Anaria Shola.
Apparently, what they're saying, the lore of it, or the RP behind it is that Netherstorm is a giant electrical storm or something, right? And that messes with the abilities for warlocks to summon. You can't summon. Yeah, gotta get your flying mat. No skipsies. That's pretty sick, though. It must have felt good when we versed against reality and farmed him as WLD. Were you in that group, Moko? Yo, they get fired up about it. They were hoping that we were gonna queue more, but then you guys all logged off. You just left them hanging. They wanted to get payback. We just like one and done them. Oh, you're the druid? Nice, nice. Yo, what's up, Winky? Good to see you, bro. Barrel Dragonhawk Hatchling. This mob is just screams TBC. Tell you what though, I love Keldanas, might be my favorite part of TBC in general. I mean, it's not the most unique take, but can't wait for that. Running some MGT with the boys. You know MGT drops epics, right? You guys forgot, right? MGT drops epics, boys. Every boss drops epics. Gotta be heroic, though. Still. You can get epic fat loot. And a mount. Okay. Let me know if I'm going the wrong way. I feel like I am. Is there anything off this way? Like a quest hub or something? And the dead scar. Ah. Is Alec of Keldanas already in the beta? Nah, it comes in much later. What if they let us test it though for a second? That would probably get people super nostalgic watching that, seeing it. It comes out with Sunwell, so at the very end. It's not out until the very end, man. It's kind of sad. Oh yeah, the new badge render. The new badge gear. What's the big guild news? What's up, Alex? Pretty much, Crix and Abide are going to Herod. They were the most experienced people in our guild. The people that were kind of spearheading it the most, and they are going to Herod now, and they're going to be pushing, rank 1 and recruiting the creme de la creme for doing all that. And good amount of us are trying to make it work on Bloodsail still. So we're reforming, and we go again. We're recruiting, we're not giving up on it. And starting a semi-hardcore guild on Bloodsail. We have a brother or sister guild, another guild that was filled with hardcore folks there. And yeah, man, it's gonna be a good time. We're recruiting everything. First time seeing action cam on a B. Pelly looking good. Yeah. All this is just pure freaking TBC at its finest right here. The music, the zone, class, the race.
What business have you? Anu Belore Delana.
Anaria Shola.
Anaria Shola.
Kind of amazing to think that this game came out so many years ago.
The dark times will pass. Be ready for anything.
Okay, the Dead Scar. Slay 8 Plaguebone Pillagers and report back. What's a Plaguebone Pillager? Oh, okay, it's just skeletons. Alright. Here's a couple. So stoked for pre-patch leveling? Oh yeah. What are you guys gonna level in pre-patch? Assuming Blood Elves and Drain Eyes, huh? South Valley? Yup. Don't blame you. Don't blame you one bit. Drain Eye Shaman. So the real question is, how long do you think it's gonna go though? Do you think Blizzard is going to give us enough time to get these characters all the way to 60? Or no? Would anybody... Should they? Should they wait for everybody to get to 60? I don't know. I don't know. I'd say like maybe a month. Is a month too little time? 1 month to pre-patch, give everyone the opportunity to get up there. TBC. 3 months? Ooh. 6 months. You know, the big brain strat though would probably be to stretch it though. Put your Blizzard hat on for a second here. There is a level of hype and excitement that you'll never get back as soon as the game releases. That's how it is with every game, I bet. The pre-game hype is something special. For Classic, it was so intense. For TBC, it's pretty intense as well. So, if they were making decisions in the best interest of keeping their sub numbers high, I could see a line of play where they say, okay, people are excited for TBC. Let's keep that excitement, let's keep dangling the carrot on a stick for 6 months and then we release it. Same time, you wait too long, interest will subside. Pretty optimistic to expect the pre-patch to be short. 2 to 3 months. Damn, dude. So, okay. Let's say pre-patch comes out May 18th. Yo, looking at it now though, guys, May 18th is still a ways away. You really think May 18th still? I'm already feeling like the hype for the beta subsiding a bit. Maybe they hit us with a PvP wave that buys us another week. We're on the beta, we're excited again. Maybe 2. A part of me almost thinks like waiting till the 18th of May to do the pre-patch is too long. I wouldn't be surprised if they do it like sometime soon, like in 2 weeks. 18th of May is an entire month away right now, because we're the 19th right now. Pre-patch isn't even on the PTR yet. May 18th would be the earliest. Okay, well, if you're right, and it is May 18th, and that's the date that's been circulating around, and then a lot of you are saying 1 to 3 months for pre-patch, let's split the difference and say 2. Say 2 months of pre-patch. Then we're looking at end of July. End of July, TBC comes out. How do you guys feel about that? She kind of seems fine. Yo, is this it though? Is our hardcore run gonna end right here? I'm a little concerned right now. 44% health. We bubble and heal. Yikes. We're actually playing hardcore. Holy shit, guys. Hold on. These guys are way strong. Okay, we're good now. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Should be good now. Yo, can we buy a boost during the pre-patch? I don't want to re-roll an Undead Rogue, but when my profession's up. What do you think would be in the best interest of the game, though, guys? If they release boost during pre-patch, I'm actually starting to think it might be bad if they did that. I don't know. Because if they did boost during pre-patch, then there would be a lot less people leveling. They would just buy the boost, which should make Blizzard probably super happy. Oh man, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. What do you think? Boost during the pre-patch, or like wait till TBC for you to be able to boost up? Because a lot of people would want to be able to boost and do raids and get geared up and stuff on their new guys. Maybe they should. It's a bit above my pay grade here. Boost being in pre-patch makes way more sense. Why do you say that? I have no interest in the boost if it's not pre-patched. Yeah, but if they boost on pre-patch, it will make the classic Andes quit. Because they won't have an edge. For the 2 years they spent on classic, oh, they'll still have an edge, brother. They'll have mad gold, they'll have all the Nax gear, they'll have a lot of, yeah, they'll have a lot of good shit from the raids. You got me thinking now, though. If the boost was in place, you could do like weird challenges where you see how far you could get raiding in classic with just boosted characters. I don't know. We'll trivialize Karazhan. Do you think they will allow you to bring all your gold though? Yeah, they're not going to do anything to stop it. It's so easy to do a workaround as well, and people have other accounts and they can put it into items. There's not going to be a gold cap or anything, man. I see the boost only as a farming alt to get ready in time. Law has a 58 gear compared to next gear, but I'm saying maybe if there was a bunch of 58 boosts, you could probably just immediately jump at the Molten Core, right? And then you'd start getting MC gear. You could you do ZG? 58 boost gear? Well, we're about to find out if the boost's in. I could see people doing that. That'd be hilarious though, just chain attuning 40 people. Yup. Where's Grays? Yeah, I was talking to him earlier, man. Yeah, Grays and I have been talking a bit more recently. He's excited for the guild, bro. He's stepping up. He wants to, you know, take a leadership role in the guild and pump. It's so good to see. I didn't know if people were going to want to stick around on Bloodseal or go to Herod. Gray's a real one, man. Sticking around.
The sun guides us. Remember the sun well.
Bloodseal dream not dead. Congrats on the mad kill. Thanks, man. Yeah, that was fun, bro. At least no Draenei or Blood Elves can be boosted, so it's fine. Yup. Kargoz, you're a noob? Why do you say that? I plan on getting my Horde Pally to at least BWL AQ40 before pre-patch ends. Yeah, I mean, you could just, do some GDKPs or something, man. No problem. Low-key hype for the buffs in a bottle tomorrow, though. Hell yeah. Yo, but could you take those into TBC? Could you bottle up your world buffs, have some world buffs on you, and then uncork the bottle? You know, while you're in like Blood Furnace or something? That's still gonna be in the game, I'm assuming, right? Okay, I'm in trouble. Like the world buffs fall off at a certain level. I forgot what it is, like 63 or something, but yeah, we're 63. So you know that's part of that's a change, and so that affects us even in TBC. That's just not a classic Andy thing for the people playing vanilla still. That'll be a thing where you know, in TBC as well. I'm stoked for the guild. Expect my warlock and to be prepped to pump some speedruns with Grays and I. Oh hell yeah, Winky! It's amazing to hear, man. Amazing to hear. Are you and Crix on okay terms after he left the guild? We are. Yeah. I mean, a part of me feels a little bit jebaited. I'm not gonna lie, but I would tell that. I've told that to him. We've squashed it since then. You know, like we've made preparations for TBC for months and months on Bloodsail, and you know, we made our dungeon cleave group. We've been practicing, preparing. Now I feel like we gotta, you know, start from scratch. But at the same time, I understand where he's coming from, because that's what he loves in the game, man. He's a world first raider. He wants to be a big pumper raider. He wants to be the best. And why would you ever want to hold someone back from that? You know, it's just a disaster waiting to happen if they just go Bloodsail and maybe it's not what they want, and then they wish, oh man, what if I actually went to a big PvP server and pushed? You know, it's for the best. It's all working out. How come you didn't find out beforehand? I think it wasn't, I think they were trying to make it work on Bloodsail. You know, like they made the application. It even said on the application initially, like Bloodsail. But as they started to talk to people, the caliber of players they wanted to talk to, like nobody wanted to transfer over. So it kind of just, it happened that way. Like they tried to make it work on Bloodsail, but it just wasn't looking like it was going to happen, so. Crix plays for limit? No. You want to try to level this character to 70? If yes, you could try out the new quest in Dustswallow. This is the beta character, my man, so he won't make it. You know, once the beta closes, he's gone.
Fresh meat.
Bloodsail's gonna be tough to recruit Horde side for sure. Yeah, but we don't need a big guild, man. It's not like Classic. Classic, you need 40 people in the raid. You know, I mean, you need 25 in TBC, and it doesn't require as big of a roster. You know, and I'm down to just have one raid, just one high quality raid. Everybody gets along. I think that sounds like the best strat. Back in the day, I started WoW with TBC, but I don't know what to do. Now with my knowledge, I can restart the experience, and I'm so hyped. Greetings and stay safe. Hell yeah, Jesse. I'm excited as well, brother. If you could make any class changes that only applied to Arena, would you? Yeah. I would make it, I would add dampening to CUC. Or do something. It doesn't have to be dampening. I would add some way for the matches to resolve at a set amount of time. And I know there's problems with that. I know that's gonna shift the meta, and some people will play comps and just play keep away the whole time and try to play for 20 minutes or something, and when that comes into effect, wow, that's a little death squad right there. But at the same time, there's something weird about the arena right now. Like if you go up against a hunter druid or a hunter priest or a drain comp, they sit on their flare, they sit behind a pillar, and they refuse to move. And there's something that just bothers me so much that like we have to go to them. Why do they not have to come to us? Because they rolled a class that has flare and frost trap? Now we have to fight with no stealth. We have to fight with no ability to vanish and use our tools. We have to go to you. But then if we stay behind the other pillar, then what happens? You literally sit there until Kingdom Come or until somebody's like ISP goes down. You know, there's nothing stopping that from going hours and hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, and it just sounds kind of toxic, you know? Or if you're fighting a shaman team, we were fighting this warrior shaman the other day on ruins. They're sitting in the starting room of ruins, you know? They refuse to move. They set up their little fortress with totems and they don't move. If we walk in there, it's like walking into a meat grinder, you know? Why do we have to walk in there? You know, we're double DPS, so like we you know, we're working with like a fixed amount of life points kind of, you know? It's we're out in the middle of the map ready to play the game. They're hiding away, tucked behind LOS in the starting room. What do you do about that? But if there was some kind of dampening or something over time, then, you know, it would swing towards it. It would give the it would swing in our favor. We'd be able to win those eventually. But I don't know. So a lot of you guys have more experience in TBC than I do. Curious your thoughts on it. But that does happen. Happens frequently. And rage timers for arena. That's the benefit of playing Hunter. Attrition comps have always been cancer. Can you post the guild sign up? Yeah, sure thing. Yeah, I'll post it right now. You know, so what you know, what do you guys do about that? Like, especially when you guys are really in the real thing and you have a rating that you're like, you know, you're proud of and you're trying to preserve it, you're trying to climb, you know? You don't want to just throw those points away. You worked very hard for them. So then you're in this like toxic position where they're not budging, you're not budging. And I've sat in you know, it was like a 1 hour game with Brand before versus a Hunter Druid, and we're like berating each other back and forth in the chat, you know, talking to each other like, come out pussies, like, and they're talking. It's just so toxic, you know. So I don't know. I've kind of got feedback from Gucci and some of the big brands and stuff, like they've been in the chat watching too, and they're kind of just like, just go on them. Like the onus is on us to go to them, but feels so bad. Sounds like a worse on goal. Just like in Battle Yo, I legit said that when I was talking to Brand, and I don't know if that'd be the worst idea, right? Imagine, guys, like if you were in an arena and then after a long while, the walls of the arena would close in a little bit. Like there is no dampening, but just the field you can play in closes in. So on Ruins, those starting zones would no longer be places you could fight. You know, the storm would close in around you. Or on, you know, see, it makes so much sense. Like on Blade's Edge, you could no longer hide down on those pillars. It would come, the storm would make it so it's just the bridge eventually, right? And then on the Grand, it would make it so it's just the middle of the arena. It's just those, you're fighting in the center. Play retail arena MLD versus MLD and you'll see how Hunter Druid versus double DPS isn't that bad. Any news on pre-patch? Nah, nothing yet, man. But they did do a big update for Classic today. They did the World Buff spot in a jar thing. Is there any twinking on BB? Yo, what up, Rage? I'm not sure, man. I doubt it. I mean, you never know, but I doubt it. We'd have to start that ourselves. Suggestions like that are what got us to modern retail, no offense. I hear you loud and clear, 100%. But what would you do, though? So what would you do, Imagine Boy, in that situation? You worked hard for your rating, you have your team, you're fighting another team, and they refuse to move. You're at a stalemate. You're out in the middle of the map. They're hiding in an advantageous position. Why do you have to go to them? They don't go to you. Oh, shit. Rip. That's no longer TBC though? Yeah. Again, I'm in. It's all good, I'm gonna have fun either way. DC'd as well? Alright guys, I think I'm just gonna call it here. Good stream today, thanks for all the feedback. Do really appreciate it. I'm gonna throw the guild app one more time in the chat. We're gonna change the name. It's not gonna be called Black Shirts. Don't worry, we're not fascists or anything like that. We're voting on the name as well. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching and for your time. Really do appreciate it. And we are going to pass you off over to my buddy Tactics Law, who is also probably DC'd right now. But